The training and welfare of the soldiers will be passed from Command Sergeant Major Ethan Bruno to Command Sergeant Major Deborah Lopez. The change of responsibility is a simple, traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Please stand for the invocation, the presentation of flowers, and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
I invite everyone to pray. Heavenly Father, the ceremony this morning highlights the role and importance of Command Sergeant Major in the Army. The symbol for the Command Sergeant Major is a sword, and it's so fitting. The sword is such a poetic paradox. It provides comfort and peace through its ability to protect and correct. The qualities of a good Sergeant Major know how to do both. A great Sergeant Major knows when. I want to praise you this morning because we have the honor and privilege to recognize two great Command Sergeant Majors. Thank you for the dedication and sacrifice of Command Sergeant Major Bruno and his family, Tracy and Albert. They bore the weight and responsibility of the Command Sergeant Major role with honor and dignity. And thank you for Command Sergeant Major Wilkins, as her and her family, Stephen, Anna, and Katie, as they accept the weight of this role and the sacrifices it will entail. I pray a blessing over the ceremony. May each deliberate movement honor those who are here and those who are past. In your name I pray. Amen.
At this time, we will present flowers to both outgoing and incoming Sergeant Major spouses. Red flowers are presented to the Command Sergeant Major Bruno's wife, Tracy, to thank her for her faithful and loyal service to the battalion. Now, yellow flowers are presented to the Command Sergeant Major Wilkins' husband, Stephen, welcoming him to the battalion. Please be seated. The Command Sergeant Major is the lifeblood of the Army. There is no substitute for the position or any question of its importance. When they are exceptional, their units are exceptional. It is the Command Sergeant Major from whom all unit operations emerge. Their principal duty is the training of soldiers. They hold formations, instruct first sergeants, advise the commander, assist in the training, and are responsible for the health and welfare of all the unit soldiers. They are proud of their unit and understandably want others to be aware of their unit's success. There is a unique relationship of confidence and respect that exists between the battalion commander and the command sergeant major, not found at any other unit within the Army. The master trainer of the battalion, the command sergeant major, surely is. They are the provider, the disciplinarian, the wise counselor, the tough and unbending foe, the confidant, the sounding board. They are everything we all need in a leader during our personal success or failure. At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Pearson joins Command Sergeant Major Bruno and Command Sergeant Major Wilkins for the passing of non-commissioned officer sword. The War Department in 1840 adopted the unique non-commissioned officer sword. It is a completely functional weapon. It's not intended for display, but rather for hard, dedicated use. While no longer part of the Army's inventory, American sergeants wore it for over 7 years during the Mexican-American War, the Civil War, and the Spanish-American War. The passing of the sword signifies the relinquishing of responsibility and authority from the outgoing to the incoming Command Sergeants Major. Command Sergeants Major may come and go, but the sword remains razor sharp. Sergeant Major Cherny, entrusted with the symbol of the unit, today also holds the Command Sergeant Major's sword, a symbol of the authority of the NCO. The Sergeant Major passes the sword to the outgoing Command Sergeant Major in final deference to his authority and leadership. Outgoing Command Sergeant Major passes the sword to the battalion commander, signifying the relationship and relinquishing his duties and gratitude for the opportunity to care for the 165th Military Police Battalion's fine soldiers. The battalion commander passes the sword to the incoming Command Sergeant Major, delegating authority and entrusting her with the responsibility to care of the unit. The new Command Sergeant Major passes the sword back to the Sergeant Major, symbolizing her dedication to the soldiers of the 165th Military Police Battalion and the continuity of the NCO support chain. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 165th MP Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Brad Johnson.
I'll be quick today. It's clearly a day for the NCO. On behalf of the 165th Military Police Battalion, I would like to welcome everyone here today for this change of responsibility ceremony. I've just had the opportunity to participate in the promotion of Sergeant Major Joe Cherny and the change of responsibility of the 165th Military Police Battalion. It is truly a historic day for the military police family here in Pennsylvania. All 3 sergeants majors that just participated in the passing of the NCO sword have served with me in one way or another the last 20 years. Throw in Sergeant First Class Becky Cherny, the full-time glue that keeps us together and somewhat straight. And it's just an amazing collection of leadership. I'm extremely proud of you. It is because of your dedication and perseverance that the military police family is what it is today. Tony, we've had quite a history. From Johnstown to Iraq to Afghanistan to here to Fort Indiantown Gap as battalion commander and command sergeant major. Over the years, Tony, you've been a great friend and confidant. I appreciate all your guidance and understanding. I'm sure it's not the end. You move it on to Joint Force Headquarters, and I'm sure you'll do great things there, but our friendship will last forever. Deb, I'm also grateful that you're in line to be the next Command Sergeant Major of the 165th. Your actions have always spoke for themselves, and a better decision could not have been made. I look forward to us expanding on our friendship and continue to grow together with the soldiers of the 165th Military Police Battalion. I am extremely confident that your mentorship to the NCOs and officers of this battalion will be invaluable to the future success of the military police family. I want to thank all the family and friends for being here today. None of us can do what we do without the support of our family and loved ones. Sacrifices have been made and will continue to be made, so two of the finest NCOs that I've ever had the pleasure to serve with continue to serve. Thank you. Good luck, Tony. I'm sure you continue to do great things. And Deb, let's keep this rolling. Strength and justice.
Command Sergeant Major Bruno.
So today is not about me, it's about Command Sergeant Major Wilkins. So I'm going to keep this short, but I have to say some words of gratitude, and I want to take a little bit of time to tell you a little bit about the incoming Command Sergeant Major Wilkins. So, first of all, the gratitude. In keeping with the theme that Sergeant Major Cherney started out with, and you're right, General Ward, that sounds really good. The success that I've had is only because I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by great people. And I've been blessed my entire military career to be surrounded by great people. Never imagined in my wildest dreams that I would be a sergeant major, a command sergeant major. 5 years ago, we stood up the 165th MP Battalion. And all of you here in the formation, and especially some specific individuals, Sergeant Schollenberger, Major McGrath, Major Hamsky, I know you're out there. It was an incredible journey. I can't believe I was part of that, standing it up. And in that 5 years, standing up a military police battalion, we were able to launch the 28th Military Police Company, forward deployed the CENTCOM. We were able to help stand up the 1069th MP Company, a brand new line company, all while trying to put the battalion together and make it operational. We were blessed with great leadership. Colonel Pearson, I can't say enough. I've known him my entire military career. He was a squad leader when I joined the MP Company. I've been with him on 3 deployments, Bosnia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and I'm going to be stepping away from the battalion. Being here Command Sergeant Major is the pinnacle of my career. And stepping away from the battalion, in my mind, even though I'm stepping away from the battalion, I feel like I've gained a brother I never had in serving with you. So thank you. Great people. Also, talking about the staff, again, being surrounded by great people, the things that the staff accomplish just boggles my mind. Every time I was able to see the staff operate, I learned something. I'm supposed to be the subject matter expert in this position at this point in my career. And I can tell you there wasn't a day went by that I didn't learn something from seeing this staff operate. You're truly impressive. Your dedication, your tireless efforts, I can't say enough. You're truly amazing. Again, great people. And you're the reason the battalion's been successful. A little bit about Command Sergeant Major Wilkins. So, I had the privilege of seeing her operate as a first sergeant for the 28th MP Company. And there are things that stand out, and I'm sure you've all experienced it. Little things stand out about people. And when she was a first sergeant, the thing that stood out for me was the 4100s would come out for the soldiers, for their promotions. And standard operating procedure for the civilians, it's documentation, it's administrative paperwork that's associated with preparing a soldier for their promotion. And there's a lot of little things in there that, unfortunately, especially with the younger soldiers, they don't have their affairs in order. And they need some mentorship to get that done. And the way it's typically done is the first sergeant hands it to the platoon sergeant. Sometimes the platoon sergeants do it. Sometimes the platoon sergeants hand it to the squad. Not not First Sergeant Wilkins. First Sergeant Wilkins would set up a table in the middle of the drill hall floor, and every soldier in the company, she would sit down with them, and she would talk to them, and she would make sure that they had their affairs in order. There's a phrase that I've heard: if you want to know how the castle's doing, don't ask the king. Well, the queen knew how the castle was doing. I was deployed to Iraq in 05 and 06. The 28th MP Company was already there. And Iraq was a bad place at that point in time, and Ramadi especially, where they were at. And unfortunately, we took some losses. Our brothers, Sergeant Bennett and Sergeant Leitners, were lost. So I went downrange to join them. And through communications, they were excited that I was coming to be with them, and I was excited to go and be with them. And I landed at Camp Ramadi, and as NCOIC, Sergeant First Class Wilkins was coming to meet me, I was pulled aside and said, "Hey, we need an Iraqi police training team, and you're an MP, so guess what?" So I got pulled away right as NCOIC Sergeant Wilkins was rolling up and ready to receive me and integrate me with their team. So I got carved out. I was with 7 other guys. We were an 8-person team living with the Iraqi police in the Iraqi police stations in scenic downtown Ramadi. And it was a scary time because I wasn't able to join my family. Now I'm with 7 other strangers, part of an 8-man team embedded with the Iraqi police. And we have linguists with us saying, you can't trust them. So it was a really scary time. But the one thing that kept me sane and helped me have hope that I was definitely going to get through this was the lawman element. So Sergeant Wilkins, Sergeant Major Cherney would crackle on the radio on a regular basis, and they would look for me, and they would make sure I was okay. And their convoys would come by. And I remember being in the snake pit, and you guys rolling by on your way to the Gov Center and checking on me. I was so proud and so happy you guys kept me alive. So there again, surrounded by greatness. But this is who you have coming in as your Command Sergeant Major. So as NCOs, we know that the creed says all soldiers are entitled to outstanding leadership. And guess what? You got it. You got it. Trust me. You'll see. You got it. So again, great people, key to success. Greatest people that I could have ever been blessed with, though, is my wife Tracy and my son Alvin. Talk about the glue, the foundation. Without you guys, I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess with you. I can't thank you for enough. My wife Tracy's been with me for all of my deployments. Albie, when I have dark days, you're the light at the end of the tunnel, buddy. I love you. Thank you for that. So, with that, I want to thank you all, and I want to assure you that you're in really good hands. Strength through justice.
Command Sergeant Major, 165th Military Police Battalion, Command Sergeant Major Deborah Wilkins.
Holy cow, that was, thank you, that's awesome. We've said a lot here today about soldiers making us who we are today, about family and friends. And I want to point out my village that raised this idiot. We're sitting in the front row here. My husband, Steve, is a veteran himself. He gets his retirement check this year, so we're pretty excited about that. Who would have thought that when you join the military that they would issue you a spouse? But there are several people in here, not to mention my daughters, Cherney's, and myself, who got issued that spouse. So a lot of good things come from a military family. My mother could attest to you the importance of having a family care plan. Without her being that volunteer to take care of my children while my husband and I were deployed at the same time, we would not be where we are today. My brother, who continuously holds down the fort back there at Casaday Double Hydrant, while I play military still to this day, I can't thank you enough for wanting to do that for me. My uncle, aunts, friends, family, co-workers from deployments, and I just thank you for being my support network. You created an incredible foundation for me to build on. Command Sergeant Major Bruno being the first Command Sergeant Major of this wonderful battalion, I couldn't ask for a better foundation, and I do greatly appreciate all the hard work and effort you did standing this up. And sir, I look forward to taking it to the next level with you. Command Sergeant Major of the state, Worley, had mentioned that 2020 was not only, everybody knows COVID, you know, restrictions and all. That's why we don't have the soldiers here in front of you today. We have the representation from each of the companies of the battalion. But not only was it the year of COVID, it was the year of the Guard. Many things happened with state active duty call-ups, Protect PA. This battalion stood up for all of that. They had members out there. They continue to have members there on state active duty. They went down to DC. So it's not 1 weekend, a month, 2 weeks a year that these soldiers are asked to do anymore. And for that, I thank you for making your sacrifices. I have great leadership standing in front of me today that's going to mold all them soldiers to make sure that we continue to move forward. My goal is to keep us focused on missions and to stand by my soldiers and their families and the needs of the soldiers and the families, so that we can remain a strong and resilient battalion of family. So thank you all for this opportunity. This time I'd like to present Command Sergeant Major Bruno with a going away gift from the battalion. Gracie, I'm sorry it has his mugshot on it, so it's going to be great wall art for you. Thank you, Sergeant.
At this time, please stand for the benediction, chaplain, and following with the Army Song.
I invite you to pray. Lord, we heard over and over the many sacrifices that the soldiers of this unit, the leaders of this unit, and the families of this unit have made. I ask that you would bless them for their sacrifices, that you would multiply their time back to their families, and you would honor each and every one of them, and may you grow them closer together and closer to you. And to them, in 165th Military Police Battalion, I pray a blessing in Numbers 6:24. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look with favor on you and give you peace. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Guys, let's stand.
Sir, this concludes our ceremony.
charge of the battalion.
Battalion, dismiss!
This concludes the 165th Military Police Battalion Community Responsibility Ceremony. Thank you for attending. Have a safe ride home. Members of the press.